What's going on? Peace, light, and love. I am Priestess Shakesha Divine. Just want to raise that frequency up a little bit higher than what it was. Definitely stopping through for a cosmic check-in. We got a lot of things that's going on out here in these cosmic streets. And when I'm looking to guidance, I like to look to the luminaries. The luminaries are the sun and the moon, right? The sun and the moon are not planets. They hold light. They shine light on a situation. The energy is consistent. It never goes retrograde. It gives us direct guidance on the direction as to what will most help us on what needs to happen moving forward. And so right now we got the sun. The sun is the energy of our ego, of our creativity, right? The sun energy is about inspiration, right? It's how we shine our light in the world, right? And so right now that light is shining in Libra. And Libra season reminds us all about our relationships, right? Libra energy is about balance. It's about harmony, right? It's about justice, right? Libra energy is friendly. It's perceptive as well, right? And when Libra energy is really working well, right, it brings that harmonious vibration to the situation, right? And right now our moon, right? The moon energy, it encourages us to embrace what we're feeling, right? Because that moon energy is connected to our feelings, right? It's a very receptive energy, which means we're taking it all in, right? Feminine energy, right? It deals with our senses, our emotions, our instincts, our intuition, our unconscious self, right? And that moon energy really encourages us to embrace what we're feeling on the inside, how we truly are, our true and authentic self. And so when we got that sun encouraging us, inspiring us, shining light in certain areas of our life, and then the moon that is really encouraging us about embracing how we feel, we get divine guidance on how we can navigate these streets with a little bit more proficiency, right? Feeling a lot more empowered moving forward. And so right now we got this super moon that's going down in Aries, right? And Aries energy, man, it is some powerful energy to work with, right? Aries energy is fierce, it's passionate, it's impulsive, right? It can also be very impatient, right? Because Aries energy is honest, it's brave, it's that pioneering energy and everything. And so with that full moon in Aries, let me correct myself, that full super moon, baby. And when we're talking about that super moon, that means it looks like it's a little bit closer, right? And what that does is it gives us that indication on how we're going to experience that energy, right? Because if it's looking like it's closer, it's feeling like it's closer, right? And so we're going to experience a closer experience of that particular energy. So it's going to be a little bit more intense. But along with this energy, just to put a cute little spin on that energy, right, we got it linked up with this grand cardinal cross. Now, what that means is that all of the energies, let's say we got the Aries, we got the Libra, those are the opposite energies, right? So we got the sun in Libra, we have the moon in Aries, and then for the cardinal cross, we have Pluto that's in Capricorn. That just went direct, right? That was under review and retrograde, right? It's going direct until the middle of next month, when it goes into Aquarius for the next 20 years. Put your seatbelts on for that particular situation, right? And then we got Mars that's in Cancer. We in a Mars retrograde year, so hold on for that particular energy. For real. We got some special energy that's going down, but I promise you the divine is definitely setting us up for the come up. No doubt about it, because what this is doing is really giving us an opportunity to look at how we showing up in this world, right? Really helping us to get into this space of really being accountable as to who we are, right? And really making sure that we're in this position of dealing with those things that need to happen so that we can move forward in a space where we are more empowered, right? And more authentic. And when we more authentic, this is when we really step into our power and shine our light in the world in a way that nobody else is doing it out here. This I can assure you. And so one thing that I wanted to get in here and just check in, when we have a lot of these energies that's like really showing up, right? Really intensified, right? We got the energies that's like in our relationships, right? That's really bringing us to like a lot of spaces where we're going to be experiencing emotional truths and everything. We got the energy of our relationships with Venus, and Venus is the not the communication, my bad. Venus is the relationship planet. Mercury is the communication planet, right? Both of those particular planets are meeting up together in Scorpio. Now, Scorpio energy is that energy that gets to the bottom of situations, right? Now, with that Venus being in Scorpio, it's at that last and final degree. And when we at that last and final degree, like that Pluto degree that's in Capricorn, right? When we got those two energies that's in final degrees, this is when you start seeing that energy like really express itself and how it's supposed to show up for you, right? And so this is that final degree. It puts that grand finale on that energy, right? And so with Venus being in Scorpio at that particular degree, this is where the potential for a lot of truths being revealed coming out, right? And so this is giving us an opportunity to really be able to speak our truth, to shine light in the world, to be able to free ourselves from a lot of emotional burdens and everything, so that we can move forward with a clean slate, really being more in alignment, right? Finding more authentic connections. So this is definitely happening for us and not to us, right? And so this is giving us a grand opportunity for us to really begin becoming aware so that we can recalibrate ourselves, not get caught up in all of the emotional waves that's going on out here in these streets, because that's real easy to do. But when we are clear and we understand what's going on with the energy, this is when we can really get ourselves in a more grounded place so that we can navigate these energies masterfully and successfully, no doubt about it. So let me talk a little bit about what the energy that the divine wants us to really check in on, right? Because see, the Five of Cups came in, and when that Five of Cups comes in, this is about like really calling attention to our weaknesses and everything. And what the divine really wants us to know, see, here's what's coming to me, right? See, a lot of times we get ourselves in situations where we get what I like to call a rut. We get caught up in these routines of doing things the way that it's always been and everything, right? And when we start doing that, we start feeling some type of way, right? And sometimes we even find ourselves in connections that's like really inauthentic, and we find ourselves putting on a mask, and it's a struggle when we come around and everything. Or we got this job and we just been doing the job and we going through the motions, and we just ain't feeling like we in a safe place and everything. And so we start getting in this space where we start wallowing and we start feeling like it's not really happening for us and everything. But the divine wants you to know that it is okay for you to evolve. It's okay for you to grow. And so with that, what needs to happen, the Fool card comes through letting you know that you got to take a leap of faith. See, this is really about you making sure that you understand that, see, you got the potential to make your dreams come true within your life. You don't have to stay stuck in this program, this hamster wheel, right? Where you repeating the same thing over and over again. You hate it. It's a struggle. It just sucks the life out of you and everything. And this is really letting you know about really stepping into your power and taking that leap of faith. Trusting that the divine is on your side, because at the end of the day, see, you got a lot of hidden gifts that you ain't unlocking, right? Because this unseen card is coming through letting you know that you got to trust in your growing potential, because see, there's a lot of things that's not being revealed out here, but it's going to be real difficult to do that when you all up in this energy. See, what you got to do is the Star card is coming through. See, you got to focus on your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, the things that you wish to see happening within your life. See, when the star card comes on, this is about keeping your eyes on the prize, right? Focusing on those things that you want to. And then your ancestors and your spirit team want you to know that they got your back. But you got to show up and ask for that assistance, right? See, in this process, when you feeling like things ain't really going your way, you stuck in this rut and everything, and you thinking you on your own, and this is all you, and you carrying this burden all on your back, and you feeling some type of way. But your guys, your ancestors, all of your team is letting you know they got your back, and they want you to know that all you got to do is just say the word. We showing up. We got your back. You do understand that they really can't assist you unless you ask for help. This is a realm of free will, you see. And so they come through to let you know that that they definitely are standing here on deck waiting for you to get a word so that they can support you in the way that you need. But then when you do that, see, this is when you start moving into that new cycle, the new cycle of that softer life that we're talking about, right? Where you got real friends, right? And when you go on the scene, you can really trust that folks got your back. Or even if they don't got your back, you know that you got your back and you ain't going to be worried about no madness moving forward because you got all of the lessons from the past, right? It has strengthened you, right? And so now you moving forward, right? In a new direction, right? Winning, right? Focusing on the win, not focusing on what somebody has said from a long time ago, because spirit wants you to know you probably need to consider the source, right? See, when you sitting back entertaining foolishness, entertaining madness from somebody that ain't really healed at the end of the day, right? And you up here doing work and you doing all of the things that you need to do to get yourself to the next level. They ain't doing the work. You are, and you sitting around worrying about what they up to. You got life twisted, I think. And so the divine is definitely coming through, reminding you about the North Star, reminding you that the North Node is in Aries. We got this full moon in Aries, and you need to be about the business, right? About the business of moving forward in that particular direction of the North Star. What a powerful time. What a powerful, powerful time it is right about now to be alive. So listen, I want you to understand that this is all about what we focusing on at the end of the day. The divine ain't here to play no games with us. Let's go through all of the zodiacs real quick. We go talk about that. See, I got my little list of the zodiacs. We go talk about where you going, where you at, and all of this. We go get this work this time around, because I'm here to tell you, see, this energy right here, see, this is right for working with. What you doing? What type of ritual you doing with this Aries full moon? Now, let me tell you something. Now, I ain't here to try to tell nobody how to work their magic. I'm just here to guide you through this process. Aries energy is fire energy, right? And then we got Libra energy, that's air. We got this Cardinal energy. This is initiation energy and everything, you know. And so I'm just looking at all of that. I'm looking at where my Aries placements are in my charts and all of that other stuff. What house, if you know what house is ruling over and everything, that might be helpful and everything. See, because these are those areas that are getting activated, right? See, all of these transits that we see this happening, that's going on. We got this grand cardinal cross that's going to make you feel a little helter-skelter for a minute. Definitely setting us up for the win, right? Definitely putting us in a situation so that we can be tough, right? So that we will have the fortitude to be able to last. You know, you can't expect to be strong if you ain't been tested, right? You got to put the weight on there in order to start building up the strength. You understand what I'm trying to say? You must be tested in order. There's no struggle. I heard, okay, I got you. Without the struggle, there's no strength. So that's what Spirit wants you to know. So let's talk about what's going on, because see, Aries, this is definitely dealing with you taking care of yourself, right? Because this particular full moon is really going to ask you about how you have been impacted, right? Some things that you learn, your areas of growth. Start asking yourself about like how far you've come within where you are, how you've been showing up, how you've been shining your light in this world. You know what I'm saying? Your personality signature and everything. And this is really a time to really be reflective, right? Because we want to own who we are at this point in time, right? And if there's some, see, we can't be in this way. Not me, it's them. It's not me, it's them. Because see, if we the person is getting in our way, see, this is what this Chiron is teaming up with this energy is all about, right? That's up under review. This Chiron in Aries. And if you don't know what Chiron is the wounded healer, and this is all about us wounding those healing those wounds of the self, right? Chiron and Aries is dealing with that I am energy, right? And so this is really giving us an opportunity to be reflective, to be a little bit more introspective, right? Looking within, looking within. Time for us to really sit back and just really think about how we showing up out here in these streets. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? See, because when you do that, then somebody can't come around talking no stupid stuff that got you all triggered and feeling out of the way because you done healed that. So it don't matter. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I do that. Ha ha. You dig? Okay. All right. Let's wait. It's a time for healing, Aries. It's a time for healing. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. And you know what? Someone was just saying, whatever that is, get that diet together and everything. I know we got a lot of good eating out here in these streets, but definitely it's a time for healing. So let's definitely make sure that we're doing some things to take care and honor the temple, man. It's important. I know it's a struggle out here. The struggle is absolutely real. So let's talk about Taurus, right? See, Taurus, we really want to check in on how we've been dealing with our material goods, right? Our attitudes towards money, right? This is an opportunity for us to check in on that. So let's see what we got. Your hard work is definitely paying off. Yeah, okay. Your hard work is paying off. So don't you worry about a thing. Like Stevie Wonder said, he came to Pittsburgh not too long ago. I already seen him and everything, but I'm sure that's probably his last go around. But yeah, so shout out to Stevie Wonder, man. A powerfully awesome dude, man. One of my all-time favorites. But anyway, back in it. Gemini, I want you to know that you want to really check in. I know you getting a business this year, right? Because you got that Jupiter in Gemini, and this is linking up with that Chiron retrograde with this full moon energy and everything. This is definitely setting you up to be on a street called straight, to get that growth and expansion in your communications, right? This is all about you really paying attention to how you impacting the folks that surround you, right? Your community, maybe your brothers, sisters, your mother, your father, your family, right? But this is really about checking in on that, right? Because this is letting you know that you're going to have a new cycle, a new romantic cycle begins, right? But this is about that cycle where the love is going to be there, right? Where you're going to be connecting with like-minded individuals and whatnot, right? And so when this card is coming through, this is just letting you know, like, that communication that you've been longing for, that connection, right? Where you finding folks that understand where you coming from, right? And when you putting out ideas, they picking it up on it, right? And they adding on to it and everything, and they catching where you going and everything. That particular energy, that's what's coming up for you. It's on the way. So hang in there, Gemini. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. So Cancer, we going to be dealing with our home, right? Y'all the homebody anyway. So I know y'all like it a lot. I know you like it a lot. And this is really reminding you to bring love into the situation. We got that nurturing spirit. And sometimes, see, this is that prime too. I forgot about that. That mama bear energy, right? That mama bear energy, right? So we really got to watch with that. See, that Mars in Cancer, we got that showing up in here and everything, right? So this is really a time for us to really reflect, right? The early childhood conditioning, right? We got Chiron that's in Aries that's really go help us work some stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Our roots, our home, our family. We got a lot of little programs that the family, they did the best they could. Let's keep it a bean out here in these streets, right? We thought that was the way to go when we was coming up and everything. But things change and it's okay, right? But this is a time for us to really begin checking in with that so that we can move forward in a more beneficial direction. All right, now let's see. Who we got next? I'm dealing with the Leo, of course. What's the matter with me? The Leo. Leo. Now, this right here is really dealing with the things that bring you pleasure. The things that bring you joy. That could be sex. That could be love affair. That could be children, right? That could be your creative endeavors and everything, right? And so the new moon in Pisces card is coming through for you, encouraging you to meditate and contemplate, right, on what needs to happen to propel you forward, right? So this is really a powerful time for you to begin meditating and contemplating. Oh, I know you go pick out what needs to happen. You go do you. You go do what's right for you, Leo. We already know that. We ain't playing these games out here in these streets. Let's go ahead with these Virgos. Let's move forward. Of course, this is going to be about like your general health, the work that you do out here in these streets, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe what's happening in your work life. But you know, see, because see, if you on this job where you know you contemplating, I know you go definitely figure out the right move to make, right? But your communication is going to be key. And because you ruled by Mercury, Virgo, I know it's all good. You know, that's money in the bank right there. This is definitely working for you. But you also have a lot of supportive energy that's really going to assist you in being able to get in alignment. Your communication is definitely going to help you. And I know you go keep it clever without a doubt about it, because that's how the Virgos get down. So let's keep it moving. We gonna talk about Libra. We in your season. The sun is shining its light on you. We being inspired by your energy, and this is showing up, of course, in your energy, in partnerships, in marriage, right? If you got some haters out here, don't you know it? Yeah. When you hating and you know it, clap your hands. Yeah, those folks out there, identification. But you go get yourself an opportunity to see the part that you playing out here in these streets, Libra. See, we go recognize that this is a balance. It's a give and take, right? And we go really get an opportunity to dive deep in the dynamic of that, right? So that we can get to the bottom of anything that might have been holding us back, those strongholds, because we ain't taking that foolishness into the new cycle. Am I right or wrong, huh? And so this is why we got, see, because you're very close to achieving your goal. Very close. Let's get this work out here in these streets. You got it. You got it. You got it. All right. Let's get it, Scorpio. You know this is dealing with that 8th house of transformation, that energy, right? Woo, I like Scorpio energy because, see, things is going to get dealt with. And because we got all of this energy, that's going to give us an opportunity to deal with how we really feeling. We going to get to the bottom of this particular situation. See, I like that, Scorpio. And see, because Scorpio ain't here to play no games. This how you feel. This is what it is, right? And so when we talking about that death, those inheritances, you know what I'm saying? Those things that we don't like to talk about, this taboo, our sexuality, stuff like that and everything, we go get an opportunity to really be reflecting, making sure that we really in tune with who we are, right? At the very end of the day. Because see, some adjustments is being required at this point in time, right? Because see, this right here, this energy that we talking about, see, this is about healing and transformation, right? And so if we ain't making the adjustments, see, I understand, okay, yeah, okay, I got it now. See, the adjustments in that perspective, you go want to stop and take a look at just how you've been spinning your thoughts, and make sure that the way that you spinning your thoughts, if what's fair for you, if it would be the same, if you would keep it the same, if it was vice versa. You understand where I'm going with that, right? See, switch the dynamic up and see how that look, right? We got to change the perspectives. You know what I'm saying? That putting yourself in other people's shoes, right? Being able to see things from another perspective, right? And then when we start seeing if this is how you really think it's supposed to go and you would accept this, okay, then we in a good place. Some adjustments are required. Let's check it. Let's get in on there. Let's get this work. Because when we do, see, this is what puts us in these positions, right? See, when we do this work, this healing work, right? This is what helps us in raising our frequency, not pretending like it don't, that it don't matter, right? That we go vibrate above all of this, right? We in a whole nother dimension and everything. You're not in another dimension. It's in your mind. I need you to understand that. You must heal. There is no getting around doing the work. I don't care what they told you. I don't even appreciate the conversation that's trying to tell you that you don't need to do the work, because I assure you that you do. Because the second someone confronts you with you needing to do the work, do you know what happens? You're all upset about it. You're all offended. And that right there is your clue, your telltale sign that there's work that needs to be done. Because see, when you heal that particular situation, when you touch that wound, it don't sting no more. You heard? This is why it's essential that you do the work. And you can't vibrate with a wound like that. You're not in a high vibration, because anytime somebody step on there, touch that wound, go near the wound, right? The vibration drops, whatever. Okay, let's keep it moving. I'm through with it. I'm not gonna keep messing with folks. All right, so we go talk about the Sagittarius. Now, this is all about, we definitely want to take a look and check in on that philosophy, right? The things that we've been taught. Check in on the teaching, Sag, right? You want to check in on that, because see, we got under some hellified programs out here in these streets, right? This is how it's supposed to go. That's the way to go. That ain't the teaching. You better get it together. And I need to tell you that it is definitely a time. See, Neptune is in Pisces. You understand? And this is up under review. This is what we talk about. See, means Neptune is in Pisces and it's in retrograde, right? So all of the programs, right? All of the illusions, all of the things that you've been imagining within your life, this is all up under review. You get to change the program. You get to recalibrate, right? See, we get to do just like, see, the computer, that thing that we've been dealing with. So, you know, what is in the age of Aquarius, we see all of this AI and everything, right? Works on programs. It works on programs. And just when they decide that a program is no longer working for that particular computer, they change the program, you can do the exact same. They got that off of the natural intelligence, which is us, right? Okay, so we definitely know that. So let's talk about that. Okay, it's time to take action, Sag. It's time to take action. So with this particular, we talking new moon in Aries energy, right? With this full moon in Aries, right? So this is all about moving forward with force, right? What an auspicious time for us to be a spiritual gangster out here in these streets. So what is it that you need to learn? What is it that we need to find out, right? What needs to happen out here in these streets? Because this right here, the divine is letting you know it's time to take some action. So go ahead and pursue that knowledge and get what you need to get so that you can get it going. I like it a lot. Okay, Caps, let's talk about it. So, of course, this is about your professional status, right? Your career, right? You know what I'm saying? All of the, you know what I'm saying? Your reputation out here in these streets. This is what we dealing with. So now we moving into this new site. This moon that's coming up right here is really encouraging us to really begin sitting with where we at on that particular situation. So as we move forward in this new cycle, right? Don't forget what the original reading is about, right? This is what we doing, right? We focusing on the star, right? The North Star. That's what we doing. Don't forget that, so that we can be here, right? Right. That's what this is, right? Okay, let's do that. All right. Surrender to the divine, Capricorn. Now I know, you know, I'm very close to some Capricorn energy myself here. You know what I'm saying? And I get a front row seat of experience in how down to earth and grounded that particular energy is. And so sometimes these earth energies, right, they get so caught up in the tangibles, right, that they start focusing and over worrying about all of the limitations, especially the Capricorn energy, the limitations, the restrictions, what can't happen, and all of that other stuff. But what the divine wants you to know is you need to surrender it to the divine. At the end of the day, you got to start getting your trust game up. I promise you, you done put the work in, right? You done did what you had to do. And so now it is time for you to surrender, Cap. You go get it. I promise you that. Yeah, it's setting up that way. That's what this is all about. That's why I'm so excited. This is what this check-in is about, right? North Star in it, baby. We doing it. New beginnings. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let me keep it moving. Let me stay focused. I'll get all excited. All right. Aquarius, Aquarius. Now this is about the community. And guess what? We finna shift into the age of Aquarius. I like it a lot. I am excited about it. What we talking about in these cosmic streets? Balance, your spirituality and practicality. You have to get that balanced out. You're going to have to get that balanced out. Because right now, this is a time for us to really get into that ground. We know we like the things that's a little different out here in these streets. You change it up, you know what I'm saying? But this is really a time for you to really begin getting into that balanced space, right? Especially when it comes down to that collective, right? Your friends, your ambitions, your wishes, your goals, right? See, this your energy, huh? Yeah, yeah. Okay. So if you want this, see, this is about this North Star going down, Aquarius. See, you got the balance, right? You got to balance that out. See, you know what? I like this. This is that full moon in Pisces. I like to call it that Saturn in Pisces. And you know, Aquarius, you deal with that Saturn energy on them. I know Uranus is the new trip and everything, but you still got to respect the gangster of Saturn in your energy. You need to know that, right? And see, when you balance in that practicality, right, you really bringing that into the mix right there. I'm telling you, you go conquer the world. This is what your energy is. This is what your energy is. So balance that out. Okay, let me keep it moving. All right, Aquarius, we good. All right, Pisces, I like it a lot. Now, we definitely talking about these old programs, no doubt about it. But see, this is a lot of stuff that we do that we really ain't aware of, right? We tell ourselves it's going down this way. We don't know why it keeps showing up this way. Why do I keep looking like I'm dating the same dude, right? What is this going on all about? Well, see, this is that stuff where we need to be diving deep. Thank goodness we got a lot of energy that's supporting us in this process, Pisces, because this is really about that personal unconscious, right? This is about a lot of the karma that we done brought up in our life, right? This is a time for you to dive so deep, Pisces. I don't know what to say, right? This is about them institutions, right? This is about even pondering the secret enemies, because you know the sun is still in Libra where we focusing on them relationships and everything. So this is an opportunity for you to check in on your blind spot, right? Because this is really helping you in moving towards the direction where you really making things happen for yourself, coming up out of this, right? We moving up out of this, taking that leap of faith, focusing on the star. New cycle, yeah. We like it. What's the word? Don't let your pride get in your way. Don't get yourself so caught up in the bullshitting ass illusion, Pisces, of who you think you should show up to be, because you're worried about what your neighbor think. You know your neighbor going through the same changes as you. You know everybody is having this same human experience, but for whatever reason, we humans, we just think that we got something different going on, that we so damn ass different, right? But all of that shit, see, when you see people sitting around, I would never do anything, that would never be me, and I would, that is some unhealed energy we see talking, right? What you all upset about that for? What is you all triggered about, right? See, this is what I'm talking about that work right there. See, then we ain't taking everything so personally, right? And so then we reading, what's that dude, Don Miguel, he wrote oh man, I forgot that book. The Four Agreements. Boom, there it is. You need to read that book, right? That way, when you really getting into that, where you ain't taking everything personally and everything, right? That's one of them agreements. Don't take everything personally. And then you being impeccable with your word. That's a whole nother one, right? I forgot. Hold up. It's been a minute. But anyway, but what I'm trying to say to you at the very end of the day, that when you move into this healed space, right, your perspective, it shifts, right? And you cast your pride aside and you say, you know what, I would have been at the Diddy party and they probably would have convinced me because I wanted to be successful too. Instead of, I would have never done that. What a tramp of a person they are. It's a shame they operate. I don't know what their mom was thinking, you know? But human nature shows that we do things from unhealed spaces, you see. And this is why it's so important that we heal. It is so essential. It is. And so this Aries moon is really, really setting us up, right? We gonna be feeling this and we gonna be riding this cosmic wave for quite some time. But listen what I'm telling you. This is some transformation for that ass. I promise you this. Now listen, keep it $150, keep it real with yourself. You ain't gotta go out here to the streets and share it with nobody, right? But you definitely want to check in with yourself so that you can keep yourself in alignment for the assignment. You heard? So I hope that helped you out. Sending you out so much love, so much light, giving thanks to the divine plan of love that's unfolding out here in your life and in my life. Peace and light, peace and love.